Hello and welcome to the Telegraph Studios. I'm Rachel Downey and today we're going to discuss how organisations can tackle their pension costs and risk. I'm going to be joined by Raj Mody, Head of Pensions at PwC. Hello Raj.
Hello Rachel.
Raj, what is a defined benefit pension scheme and what are the main challenges?
A defined benefit pension scheme is a vehicle that companies will have set up to deliver and pay pensions to their employees. The challenges are multiple fold. There's challenges with assets, liabilities, regulation and information. With assets, their returns are unpredictable and they behave in a volatile way. With liabilities, they're subject to the uncertainties of the economy and the markets, also things like how long people live. With regulation, the burden of regulation is constantly increasing and you have to keep up with that. And with information, you probably don't even have all the information you need to meet those challenges. If you're sat in the hot seat trying to deal with these pension schemes, it will feel confusing, you won't know where to start with a problem, and it will feel very daunting in terms of the scale of the problem.
How can these risks be addressed and what are the opportunities?
There are many opportunities for each of the risks. With assets, you can make them work harder if you understand what you've currently got and what pensions you're trying to deliver. With liabilities, if you understand their profile better, you can reshape the liabilities so they pose less risk to you in the first place. With regulation, if you operate your pension scheme better, you can have better systems that allow you to meet regulatory requirements better. And then you need good information, the right information at the right time to put all that together. What the industry has suffered from to date is the wrong information and often out of date anyway by the time you get it.
You mentioned the right information at the right time. So what do companies and trustees need to consider when comparing online pension analytic tools?
What they really want from their online tools is transparency and real-time information that's accurate enough to make decisions on. The problem currently is you tend to have none of those things. You have multiple advisors involved with a pension scheme. They're using different systems which don't talk to each other. Many companies and trustees will have experienced this because it takes months, if not years, to try and really understand what's going on in your pension scheme and make the decisions you need to. With good systems, you can get the right information at your fingertips.
There seems to be so many different steps. So let's say I'm a UK business with a defined benefit pension scheme and I want to manage my pension risk. We've heard about SkyVal. How can you help?
So SkyVal acts as a single information system for you to base your decisions off. It avoids the problem of having multiple advisors using multiple different systems that are inconsistent with each other. It is also fast. You can get answers in real time, in seconds. You don't have to wait weeks to ask your advisors to come back with the calculations which are necessary. And because of all that, it reduces costs. You can rapidly and drastically speed up your decision making. Basically make decisions when you're in the room together rather than waiting and missing the opportunity.
So instead of waiting, missing that opportunity and you're in the room together talking, but what if I want to stay with my current advisor? Do I still need to switch to PwC?
No, you can work with your current advisors. What we're solving here is that problem of the confusion you get from different advisors using different calculation systems which don't join up, and that means you're getting advice which is at cross purposes. By having one common system, all of your advisors, whoever you choose to work with, have a common understanding of the problem, and that allows you to make the right decisions quickly.
So we're all working together, but what can I do if I want to reduce our risk exposure from our defined benefit pension scheme?
If you have a particular goal to reduce your risk exposure, there's a module in SkyVal called SkyVal Insure. It is the first and only service of its kind. What it allows pension schemes to do is get a price from the insurance market, if you want to transfer your risks over to an insurer, get that price for doing that within days, a process that previously took weeks and months and used to be enormously costly. That's an opportunity for pension schemes to just transfer that asset and liability risk off of their balance sheet onto the insurers.
That's all very useful if the numbers are accurate, but how do we know how accurate the data and analysis is at SkyVal?
Well, that, Rachel, is what transparency is all about. SkyVal is the only system that allows all advisors to access it, so it's getting that independent checking. SkyVal's already been adopted by over £100 billion worth of pension schemes, and in doing so, we've identified savings of millions of pounds worth of improved accuracy.
Well, SkyVal seems to have a wide range of functionality. Do I need to buy everything?
No, you don't. You can be modular with SkyVal. It has several different modules, and you can choose which modules you turn off and on according to the problem you're trying to solve. That's what makes it a cost-effective solution for any kind of pension scheme, whether large and complex or small and simple.
There's a lot of changes coming in the market, including new regulatory changes. So how do you see SkyVal moving with them in the future?
Yeah. Well, I agree. I think the next year will be one of the busiest years in terms of changing market regulation. We've had 3 development teams working full-time on SkyVal. We were first to market with this kind of system, and we intend on staying ahead of the market. It will constantly be adapted to make sure it's meeting the needs of pension scheme users, whether corporates or trustees.
Well, Raj, thank you for joining us today and talking to us about defined benefit pension schemes and PwC.
Thank you, Rachel.